far as development. Another call on the line.
Call from Tony.
Hi, Tony. Welcome to the show. First time calling in?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Welcome in. First time caller. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. What's on your mind?
I'm just kind of getting tired of the fans talking about firing people when, let's be real, Milroe was the problem from the beginning, right? We dealt with him last year with the same problems. We dealt with him this year with the same problems. We weren't going to go to any national championship. If anybody thought that this team was going to any national championship with Milroe as the quarterback, they were crazy.
Call me crazy then, Tony, because I just knew he was going to do it. Call me crazy. Say it live. Say, Coach Smook, you crazy. Say it.
I'm going to call you crazy then. Because no, seriously. Now, Milroe is a one-dimensional person. You cut off his running game, that boy don't know what to do. And it's not one time we've seen it. We've seen this over and over and over again. Now, I understand why, Coach DeBoer, he probably felt sorry for him and, wanted to give him a chance to prove himself. But, with one game he's hot. Next game, we don't know which Milroe coming in. We don't know if it's the Georgia Milroe coming in. We don't know if it's the Vandy Milroe coming in. It's like it's a bipolar type of thing that we have to keep dealing with over and over. For one, I hope that he goes to the NFL and he finds somebody who can teach him how to be a quarterback and do great things, because that's what I wish for him. But moving forward, we cannot keep doing the next man up. We got to have them compete and have the best man for that job play. So whether it's Russell Mack or Ty Simpson, let them duke it out, let them compete, and the best man win and take charge and win us some games, because this is ridiculous.
Now, Tony, I want so bad to get mad at you for disagreeing with my take, but I will say this: just as many games as you say Milroe was inconsistent, I can go show you where games he looked like a Heisman quarterback against better competition, better quality of opponents. Games where he let the game come to him, he looked very good. And to me, a lot of that had to do, and I don't know if you know, but Milroe dealt with a lot this year. Not just mental stuff. We're talking about physicality standpoint. When Milroe got hurt in the Georgia game, the first half of the Georgia game, it was obvious and clear for the next 3 weeks what was going on. And for people that kept saying, Kalen DeBoer was too loyal to him. Well, if I'm a coach and I got a hurt quarterback, and I know it's important to win, right? I know loyalty is there, and you want to give them a chance to go out there and fight. What is my backup quarterbacks, my experienced backup quarterback, Ty Simpson, let's say, let's just throw it out there. We had a lot of hope that Ty Simpson will be able to provide quality backup reps, right? What is he not doing in practice?
Because
hold on. Can I finish? I was about to hand it to you, Tony.
Go ahead.
I was going to hand it back to you. I was going to ask you, what is our quarterback, our QB2, not doing in practice that staff can't be confident enough to put him on the field? It can't be personal. There's no personal stuff going on. It's got to be what you're putting on the field in practice. What is he not doing? Or what is he doing?
He's not doing the right thing. And if he's not doing the right thing, that means he cannot be the next guy to come in and take over, because we're not going through this again. The fans are fed up. We are not going through this again. I'm serious. My blood pressure keeps going up and down. I can't be doing that. It's not healthy for me.
Tony said she tired of this. She said she tired of this. Tony, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I feel your frustrations, but I look at it from a different standpoint. I look at it just how much was stacked against this staff. And I don't know if you listened to my live the other day when we were kind of diving into this debate, but this staff only had a total of 30 practices, right? Over a 3-month span. That's possibly, like, really realistically, let's say not even 30 practices, because you had 15 spring practices and you had 15 fall practices that were spread out between 3 days during spring. You only got to practice max 2-3 days a week over 3 weeks in spring. And then you go into the fall where you got 2.5 weeks of actual game planning, practice, and you're bringing in new scheme, new players, new coaches, new language, new lingo. You're developing a game plan, and you start the season off in your first 4 weeks, you see 2 ranked opponents, and you start off on a solid trend. Nobody knows what you're bringing to the table, so you can have kind of the advantage. But now that you put stuff on film, you have to make drastic adjustments that you really can't. You're limited on making because the language is still not understood. Did you take Spanish in high school, Tony?
Yes, I did.
Were you speaking fluently that third day in class?
No.
It took you to about the end of the semester to start saying "Hola, cómo está? Muy bien, gracias." You know what I'm saying? It took us a few weeks to get there, and I feel like if we really sit back and look at what Alabama roster turnover, replacing the GOAT staff, both staffs, not just on-field staff, but you're talking about personnel staff, recruiting staff, all of these things turnover.
Players too.
Come on, man.
Even for the NIL, which
9-3 ain't bad
to understand. And that's what I'm saying. 9-3 is not bad. He did more than I expected him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 9-3, and he did better than what Saban did when he started. Right. But we're not going to compare the two. But the thing is, Saban didn't have to deal with NIL. It's only near to the latter part of his career did he had to start dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
But during the times when he was winning all the time, he didn't have to deal with, well, I'm going to pay a quarterback nearly $6 million to play, or if I don't play, I'm going to walk and go somewhere else. And these are things that these coaches have to deal with. You got to be nice to everybody because now you're trying to keep your team, because if a player feels like, well, I don't feel like I'm getting enough playing time, or I don't feel like I'm getting this, or I don't feel like I'm important enough, or whatever going on with them, right? They got to spend more time trying to cater to the players than actually teaching the players. What is NCAA doing? Because at this point you have spoiled football for everybody.
And you know what? That's the sad part about it, Tony. The NCAA has no control over football anymore. Once you let the courts and legislation get into this to start regulating money, which is what we all know, that's what drives all of the industry, the money, wherever the green is, that's what. The moment you allow legislation and lawmakers to get into it, to start making claims on something that has nothing to do with their profession,